just the energy is just, yeah, it's awesome. I'm loving it. Anyways, guys, hope everyone else is enjoying their year so far, and I just wanted to explain to you guys exactly how I journal because I mean it's not it, honestly I probably don't even journal properly, but it's enough for me to actually sit down and reflect. So pretty much what I do is I have a let me get it. So I have the wellness journal that you guys see um, on my story all the time. And all that is it just says the date, like the day, and then at the bottom it says what are you grateful for, and I write about 5 things that I'm grateful for. And then in that space where the date is and stuff, all I do is put down the things I want to get done today. So I write down the task, and then the next day I just tick them off if I've done it, so I can see that progress. I also just randomly decide to put my quote of the day in there, and that's what I do for my morning journal. It's so easy. I know you probably should be journaling a lot more than that, but like honestly, I don't think I can need it as much. I feel like that works for me. Why would I change it up? And then my night journal, all I do is put my top 10 goals that I want to achieve in my life. I put them in just a cheap one from Kmart, just as notes, and then I just have my top 10 goals. So I just don't know if you guys are gonna be able to see this, but I just write my top 10 goals every night. And I don't just write it, I also visualize it. So I write the top 10 goals down that I want to achieve in my life. Now they're usually pretty much most of my goals are around about 30 years old. So about 7 years from now. And some of them are very, close, some of them aren't. And just the top 10 goals that I want to achieve in my life, that if I was to die with those 10 goals achieved, I would be pretty happy. So that's what I do. And then what I do after that is I do my affirmations. So I actually repeat my goals again. But I repeat my goals that I do. I repeat my goals for 2023 for my finance, for my career, spiritual, personal goals, and relationship goals. And then I do my affirmations. And every affirmation I repeat 10 times to myself and I say out loud. And what I do also, which has made it feel really amazing, is I actually like feel like try to make myself feel happy. So I like smile. So I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'm successful. I'll retire my parents, or actually, no, I don't say that. I say it feels amazing to retire my parents, and I put it in like as if I've already achieved it, because that's what affirmation is. It's like in the present when you've achieved that goal. So that's what I do, and I repeat that 10 times. It takes about 5 minutes, I reckon, probably around there. Um, and then after that, I will sit down, I'll close my eyes, and I'll visualize each goal. So when I say I visualize, I'll sit down and imagine, like, let's say I'm making 100K a month. I'll visualize that, how it makes me feel. I feel proud. I feel happy. I feel like I've made it in life. I feel like I don't have to stress about money. You just think about it and you visualize 100K a month going into your bank every single month. You visualize it. And then you do that with everything. So let's say for dream house, visualize that dream house and really like think about what's the room's going to look like. And then think about maybe your dream partner or your dream family. And this is what I do for every single goal because like I don't know if you guys know, and I've said this multiple times, your brain doesn't know the difference between what's real and what's fake. So if you can go, I mean, well, not okay. I shouldn't be saying fake. Sorry, that's my live alarm going off. But pretty much what's real and what's like envisioned. So like if you like let's say envision something, your brain doesn't know if that's real or not. So you're pretty much tricking your brain. You're like rewiring your brain to think you've already achieved these goals. That's why you do it. You don't just say it. You also like you want to envision it as well. And saying it is also, I guess, would trick your brain because it doesn't know if you actually have achieved it or not because it doesn't know what's true and what's false. So that's really interesting. I didn't even think about it like that way. But that's what I do, guys. Like it's very basic. Like for morning journal, write down like have the date, and then write down what you want to achieve that day. Like have your daily goals that you want to achieve, and then have your maybe a quote. That's what I do, and then 5 things you're grateful for. And just so you guys know, I actually spend 5 minutes every single day thinking of all the things I'm grateful for, and then I spend another 5 minutes when I go to bed thinking of all the things that I've achieved that day that I'm grateful for as well. So if you really focus on gratitude, how are you ever going to be, I guess, upset or depressed or I don't know, like you can just be like grateful for your life because you understand that people have it a lot worse than you have. Like I love to tell people this whenever they tell me they're depressed, they're upset, they hate their life, they feel like they don't they feel like they feel like they deserve more, or they feel like they're not really respected, or like life is treating them wrong or whatever. I say to them, right, and this is always such a strong thing to do. If you ever feel depressed, you ever feel like no one cares about you, ever feel like you've got it worse than everyone else, you feel like the universe is against you, I dare you to find a street or somewhere in your local city where there's just a lot of homeless people, because you see the way they're living and you will be like, shit, I don't have it as bad as I thought I did. And then guess what? You're probably going to be more grateful for your life. And now, when you think of gratitude, you can think of the things you're grateful for: the fact that you have food, the fact that you have shelter, the fact that you have clothes, you have socks, like you have a bed, you have a pillow, you have running water, you have food, you have family around you. They're probably like by themselves, and they're probably some of them on drugs. Like maybe you're grateful that you're not addicted to drugs, or you don't have any addictions. Like you never know. But if you ever feel depressed, you ever feel down, that is one thing I recommend. Or maybe just search up on the internet. People living in Africa and shit, and all places around the world, and you'll see that the people are living a lot worse than you are. So that's just my little bit of my bonus advice that I give you guys every single day. And I think you guys can really use that to change your mindset and your perspective on life, that you don't have it as bad as you think you do. Like all these people that kill themselves, usually they believe that they have it worse than them. Obviously, depression is a big factor in that. But if you were someone who's actually living a not depressing life, you're going to be a lot more happier. Like let's say you get home from work and all you do is, I don't know, maybe you go on your phone, you scroll through social media or TikTok, um, and you're living paycheck to paycheck, and you are fat, and you're unhealthy, you eat junk food, and you wonder why you're depressed. Trust me, you wouldn't be depressed if you literally, got home from work and you didn't went and did a workout, you went and read a book, maybe you cooked dinner and you ate something healthy. You're working on yourself, you're bettering yourself, you're gonna feel fucking amazing. But if you don't, you're gonna feel like shit. You're gonna feel fucking depressed. You're gonna feel upset. So, like, one of my favorite things that someone said is, if you feel depressed, go fucking get a six pack, or go to the gym for a couple of months and then tell me you're depressed, or tell me you're upset. Because straight up, you won't be. I promise you right now, if you're ever feeling down, fucking live a life that is worth living, and you won't feel like, ending it. Like, straight up. Like that. I don't know. Obviously, I don't have depression. I've never experienced it. But if you just think of it logically, if you're living a depressing life, you're going to be depressed. So stop living a depressing life, full stop. Anyways, guys, I don't be too controversial here. I hope you guys have an amazing day, amazing night. I appreciate all your support. Love you guys.